Leo Parente. This is ShakeDown, and I don't need to already describe the differences because you can kind of see it. There's no studio, there's no desk. I'm wearing a sweaty racer suit. We're here at the Skip Barber Racing School at Lime Rock Park out here in Connecticut, a place where I started to race. And guess what? All of this is because I'm going to get to be Kimi Räikkönen and race a Lotus. Well, drive a Lotus on the racetrack, thanks to KRÜGSPEED, who's here shaking down 2 Lotus Exige race cars. But the bottom line is, I'm going to be Kimi. Come along for the ride. Pat me on the back for bringing the car back. Okay.
Thank you for bringing it home.
You know what? When you start with a small race car, we're not as bad off as I thought here, okay? I can go full throttle, right? There's no problem?
Not a problem.
All right, if I'm here, I'm happy.
Okay.
So what do we got?
So let's go ahead and give you some lower back support and some upper support to match.
Yeah, we'll try the upper, but I think we can try here. And if for whatever reason I feel like, you know,
you want to fit the belts? Let's see how the harness fits. Okay, that's looking good.
Yeah, we're fine. See? Ex-Atlantic driver, prima donna, have everyone take care of everything.
That's right.
I just sit here and, you know,
not a problem.
Scowl at the racetrack. Can I just close the door?
Sure.
Look at the mirror. Oh yeah, we're fine. I think we're good.
Cool.
Thanks.
See you around.
Yeah, bye. Take this back to Manhattan. In my old turbo Saab days.
Yes.
And I'm not going to do this, but we used to kind of...
Left foot brake to keep the turbo spooled up?
Yeah, are we playing that game here?
No, not necessary.
Supercharged.
There's torque everywhere.
Okay, Leo, are you all set?
Ready to go. We good?
We're good. There's 2 cars coming now. You are clear to go.
Thank you for the opportunity.
nice cool down this lap, and I'll see you back in, buddy. Really nice, Leo. Really nice. Looking great.
Last time I was here was 1992. So I want to talk a little bit about what I thought I experienced, and you guys fill in the blanks. This Lotus, first of all, felt like it was awesome on the brakes, and I was leaving a ton in braking into turn one. Now, I usually try to diamond it off, so how deep can you guys take this car when you're really doing the job right?
Very deep. The car is almost Formula car-like. It's a momentum car. This is a momentum track. So really, if you're really fast in this car, in this track, you're hardly braking at all. You're brushing the brakes. You're brushing the brakes. I did that for the bug, not for...
Yeah, they are very nimble, very light, so low, it stops on a dime, basically. You go in there, probably about the 1.5, 2 marker, it'll hunker down pretty good, definitely slow it down. And you mentioned the diamond in the corner, that's still there, It's so nice job on that.
So you're trailing the car in a long way to that center of the diamond, then using the track out to do turn two?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, one of the things that I felt is the steering wheel is optional. I'm literally steering with the throttle. And while I'm normally not that guy that does this dabbling, I felt like I was all little Junior Senna getting the car to rotate. Is that the way you drive this car?
Let me comment there, because you drove my car. I like a loose car. I like a car that you can drive with your feet, that you hang out a little bit. But that was accentuated today. It rained this morning very hard. The track is green. The track was very slick today. Also, because this is just a test day, we didn't put fresh rubber on the car. This was race rubber from the last race. So the car was quite loose. So what you were experiencing, was a little bit more of what you ordinarily would experience.
What he's saying.
Okay, then
But you did well.
Pat me on the back for bringing the car back.
That's
Okay,
right.
okay.
Thank you for bringing it home.
What gear is that? Is that down to second in the middle of that corner or third?
It's down to third gear.
Third,
yeah,
okay.
Third gear.
Third gear
Okay.
corner.
And you're so right about the car just rotates nice and easy. Once you let off the gas, being mid-engine, of course, in rear-wheel drive. When you let go, the nice thing is that it does what you want it to do. So as long as you're controlling the amount, how quickly coming off, as you said, the steering wheel is pretty much optional at that point. So next time, I'm going to get you a little pair of vice grips, make it work out a little bit better next time.
Yeah. And we're going to get to that throttle steer in the faster corner. So now we come to the left-hand corner, the only left-hand corner on here. And I was doing the traditional late apex. I had a puddle in the morning that I had to drive around Lake.
Yes.
Lime Rock Lake, yeah.
We talked about how that happens.
So even driving around that, though, I felt like even though I had to adjust and it was late apex on the left, I'm picking up the throttle and I'm attacking that right hand and that hidden straightaway. Is that what this car does?
Yeah, they're so easy to maneuver around that area. As long as you do a late apex, get down to that curb and in the inside, last 4 or 5 feet,
Yeah.
maintain the car to the left, don't let it track out so much. Just a little breather for the right-hander and just get on the power. You get a nice four-wheel drift coming out of there. Nice shot onto the back straight.
Nice. So fix what I was just doing, because I was doing a bigger breathe and then going to throttle and trying to carry full throttle through the right-hander and onto the back straightaway.
Well, it's a slow corner, the left-hander, and you do have to do a breathe and let the car set up, and then get on the throttle as early as possible, get over to the left as much as possible, and certainly be full throttle by or before the apex going out into no-name straight.
Was I leaving something on the plate? Because I was taking fourth gear all the way down. Is it turn 5 that heads uphill?
So, no, yeah, you should definitely be in fourth gear for sure.
Okay, and never get to fifth, or do you get to fifth back there?
No fifth gear there.
Okay.
But you get a right, get a little wheel spin on the crest of the hill.
Yeah.
That's where it gets a little bit hairy at that
just
point
does a little,
there.
then
I'm
you're
looking out
cooking.
behind you.
You're cooking.
So I didn't give you that. I was 50.
I'm sure you appreciate
Oh,
that.
you just wanted to be nice.
Alex was telling me about turning in, and I felt the turn-in was pretty quick. And then there was a second turn-in, but to really make sure the wheel was straight. And I didn't tell him. I have never driven this track without a chicane, so that was my first time going up the hill on power.
That's That's
Yes.
And
that's
all
a
I was
tricky corner.
and all I was thinking was straight wheel, straight wheel, straight wheel. So
No.
Straight wheels and straight car. You know, you can be straight and aim towards the outside. That's no good.
Yeah,
Because eventually you still got to turn. So you
Well,
want to make sure you're completely straight.
and the other stupid lesson was the car goes where you look, and I was definitely looking straight down the track.
That's good.
Well, that's you know, you really have to let the car track out there, and that hill will absorb the car. So it's a very fast turn. You just have to believe that the hill is going to help you, is going to suck that car down, which it does.
I think the key word was believe. Believe.
Well, and I'll be frank, the key word for me was call me in, because now I'm getting into it, and we don't need to go try a little harder. There's no qualifying or practice, but I could understand everything you said. The next corner is really fast. The next corner sets
West
up
Bend,
for
yes.
downhill. Fourth gear,
Yep, get that right.
and we talked about steering this car with a throttle, but suddenly you realized you have to be very sensitive on the throttle, let the car settle, and don't unsettle that balance. And if I did it right that way, I didn't feel any short wheelbase. If I tried to correct, you suddenly realize this car can get nervous at high speed, but if you treat it right, it's planted in West Bend, is it?
Yeah, West Bend, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Elivan is very fast in West Bend. I know. I was behind him. I saw.
really? Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very fast there.
So
He's fast everywhere, but he's particularly fast.
what's the quick little secret? Because this will come out after your runoffs and stuff.
Okay, that's good. Well, at least the runoff's not here, right? So that's
And
good.
that's
Yeah,
true,
there
too.
we go.
That's
So it's
even
okay
better.
now. You know, I really like to get my braking done before I turn in for that. Off the brakes. As soon as I'm turning in, squeezing the power back on.
Okay.
And make sure I get it in there and hold it by the apex for a few feet. It's kind of a longer apex.
Yep.
Get a really nice drive out of there. And I believe
And
that's
that
the secret to that.
particularly is a place where you have to lift your eyes up. Where you really
Yes,
have to look
Absolutely, yep.
way ahead.
Yeah. I'm aiming for break points and apexes, but then it becomes very peripheral.
Right.
And you're absolutely right on that.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, if you're looking for a turn-in point, you probably missed it at that point.
Right.
So you want to be looking around the corner. As you said, your eyes lead you to where you're going to go. So you definitely want to trust your eyes on that.
So coming down the hill, a corner I love.
Oh, it gets exciting there, huh?
Yeah, the Church of Lime Rock gets a little religious if you do it wrong. One of the times we stayed in fourth gear and used the supercharger and blew by, I don't know, alpha something or other. But most of the time I felt like, let me get to fifth gear coming down the hill and carry fifth gear speed through this corner.
Interesting.
And start to see revs.
Yep.
But it was really important to look down the track, plan my arc, commit to that arc, and not adjust anything. I mean, throttle, steering, everything was very, very gentle. Am I at least in the right mindset?
Well, you may be. I'm in.
Hey, you can tell me if I'm wrong. What do you guys
I'm
are
doing
fast.
it in fourth gear.
You are
I'm not
doing
doing
fourth.
it in fifth gear. No, I'm basically fourth gear around the whole back of the track.
Okay.
And I come down the hill, and at the bottom of the downhill, which
Yep.
is the last right-hander on the track, there's a depression. The car compresses, and right there, I'll lift and turn. Then I get back on it. Once I straighten out, then I shift to fifth.
So track out, you shift, you upshift.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree with you. It's fourth gear for sure, but that's certainly a corner that warrants a lot of respect,
Yeah.
as you said. You know,
Yeah.
I've been there before. It's not a pretty place to be, but if you get it right, it's just so rewarding. It gets a nice run down the hill, and in these cars coming out of there, I believe it's close to 112 miles an hour, 113 miles an hour. So it's moving pretty good.
What am I missing that you would coach someone like me up about driving this car quicker? Because I literally, all I do is tease myself to get in a race car and realize there's a ton of potential in this thing.
From my perspective, you know, this car really warrants or really rewards if you are on the power. You know, it does not like to be out of the power as long as you get your braking done. Some corners, sure, you're going to trail brake a little bit, but if you're on the power, it really settles down the car, and it's just like a dream to drive. As you said, it's like a little go-kart out there, and it just, you know,
It's the old adage.
very rewarding.
The more time you have the pedal to the metal, and this is a car that will tolerate that very well.
All you've done is light the wick for me to deny my age and my lack of experience and want to do more, so I hate you.
Well, I hope to see you back in one of my cars before you turn 30.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Thanks again.